Hey, what is good, YouTube? In today's video, we got something special for you guys. We are spectating the #1 Peni Parker player in the world, known as Hickory. Now, Hickory has an 8.5 plus KD and a 67% plus win ratio as Peni Parker, and basically won above all lobbies. So this is easily one of the best Peni Parker players in the world. Peni Parker is also one of my best characters. I was one of the top ranked players for her as well the last couple seasons. So during the gameplay, I'm going to be trying to point out things that I'm noticing that Hickory's doing, maybe combos or certain positioning, things like that. Just basically trying to give you guys as much information as possible if you guys are trying to improve as a Peni Parker player or how to play against her. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's just get straight into it. All right, guys. So here's the #1 Peni Parker player. This is Hickory. So 135.8 hours. That is disgusting. So I'm really excited to see this person play. This is season 2, just so you guys know. She has about 9 hours, or he has about 9 hours in. 47 matches, 30 wins, not too bad. Now, this person doesn't only play Peni, but I want to show you guys the 2 best Peni gameplays that I found. And in both gameplays also, this person gets MVP, so I figured that was worth mentioning too, but let's get into it. And here's the first gameplay. He goes 31-4, has 14 final hits, which is just a lot for Peni. Peni usually doesn't get too many final hits, so let's start this one up. Now, really interesting here, we're starting to see these bans pretty commonly. Human Torch, Psylocke, Hela, and Groot. I'm seeing these in almost all of the top ranked matches that these bans are going for, so just something to look out for. All right, cool. So we're gonna get to see Peni on attack right away, which is gonna be nice. Now, again, Peni is probably my best character. I have about a 65-66% win ratio as her, so a little bit lower than Hickory over here. And I have like a 6.5 KD or a 6 KD, something like that. And Hickory has an 8.5 or an 8.6. So I'm really curious what we're gonna see differently from Hickory. Anything that I could pick up and learn, anything that I could teach you guys. Now, I am expecting the accuracy to be super important. Already 2 really nice picks right there. Let's see what they're running with. Using the melee, which you don't really see too often from Peni's. Now, if you guys don't know, Peni can melee like most characters through shields like Magneto and Doctor Strange. Let's see what their team comp is. So they got a Bucky, they got a Jeff, they have an Iron Fist, a Luna, and a Mag. Okay. And then they're playing against a Thor, Iron Fist, Luna, Strange, Soldier, and Rocket. All right, so let's try to lure him with the mines there. Now, I do feel bad because a lot of people don't really know how to use Peni. This is something I like to suggest, is you can actually use her aggressively. So typically what I'm seeing here is what I like to do as well. So I like to kind of be as close to I can with the front line as my team, if not be the front line of my team. And you want to put your mines down off the corner that you can hold your point. You know, obviously, that they're not going to come after you, at least until they get that destroyed. And then obviously you can also use that as like it's kind of like a last resort to heal yourself if you're getting pushed, and hopefully your team comes back alive soon enough.
You know what to do, spiders?
All right, so just something very minor I want to point out right there. As Peni, you can use the webs to your advantage. So you can use the bionic spider nest, which is the shift right there, which is like, you know, the mine nest thing. You can use the F, which is her like kind of web swing kind of thing. And then you can use her right click, which is the snare, but you can also throw that at the floor so you get her movement boost. So when you're running out of spawn, you can, you know, use your F, then put down the nest, run all the way through the nest. And then if you need to, you can use your snare and you just run across that so you get the movement boost the whole way. So you can get back to the point or run away like very quickly. All right, so right now it looks like they're kind of having the mag up front a little bit, and the Peni's just kind of keeping the space a little bit. Now she's in the back trying to help out the healers. The Thor looks like he's pretty much trapped. Wow, he got healed pretty good there, I'm not gonna lie. All right, trying to get the Iron Fist. Uses the ult to save there. I'm surprised they didn't kill her nest. All right, so she's moving back with her team, trying to protect the healer as best she can. The healer gets picked though, unfortunately. She's gonna die here. I think she only dies like what, 2 or 3 times in this gameplay, so that's already most of her deaths, if not all of her deaths. Wow. demonic spot right there for the Punisher. Usually I'll see like a Namor or a Hela up there, but it's very rare I see Punishers anymore. Wait, did they just get picked already? Oh no, they got a pick.
I am ready to put on a show.
Okay, let's see. Anything interesting here? I guess she ends up living. No. Okay, is that all of her deaths in this entire game? That's wild.
You know what to do, spiders?
So somehow Hickory ends up getting like 30 more kills in this gameplay, which is pretty crazy. They got the rocket all the way up there. They got the Thor waiting. Do they have any switches? I guess they have the Punisher and they have the Iron Fist now. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong team. They have the Bucky and they have the Iron Fist. Okay. I'm surprised with no rocket. Oh, actually, that's right. The Bucky team up is gone with rocket. All right, so they're using the Luna to push the ult, push the point with the ult. What happened? Oh, their mag killed the Punisher on his ult? Wow. Uh-oh. Just trying to protect the healer here. Get the web snare off. Nice. That was a good pick. Wow, they're focusing out the Punisher. They got the Punisher. Now they're getting dropped on. Uh-oh. So if you guys don't know, you can actually you can web a lot of characters out of their ult, or stop their ult, I should say, with Penny. So it looked like right there she was trying to focus the Strange and get the Strange web, so he couldn't ult on the team, but unfortunately they just missed it. This is something that's really useful and that I do a lot more now, is if you have the free time to do this, you might as well. So this is a crucial choke point to end the game. Someone's gonna run across this at some point, and you're basically gonna do 400 damage as long as they're coming up close to it. And then obviously you have your spider mines right there too, the spider nest I should say right there. So who knows, we might see a pick in a second. Yep, see, two picks. It's such a game changer if you can get that with Penny, and you're not even there. Like, you know, like right now she could have focused somebody else, and she was helping out in the back line. Meanwhile, she got two picks. I think one of them was a healer, one was rocket. I think the other one was their Punisher. And now she has that set up in the spawn. That's also over, just so you know, that's also over the health pack. So that way if someone needs to run over there and they don't pay attention, they'll just run right into her mines again. Let's see. Just kind of trying to avoid the Punisher ult. Uh-oh. Wow. Great healing on their team, though. They got a Spider-Man swap? A Spider-Man and Venom swap. Interesting. All right, so now the Penny, I guess, is going to protect the healers a little bit. I'm surprised she hasn't gotten healed yet, though. There we go. This team's timing their dives really well together, though. The Venom and Spider-Man. They just get a pick there? Yeah, they did. Dude, look at that. They still didn't touch her spider nest. Oh, now they did. I shouldn't have said something. Wow, that was great. Obviously, there you guys can see the Penny stopped the Spider-Man ult. But unfortunately, they didn't get to the point. She tried to protect her healers, but they didn't get it. All right, let's skip to the next half. All right, so I'm curious where she's going to set up right here. Wow. All right, I haven't seen that spot before. Is she going to try to get some mines off at the start? Looks like it.
Rocket. You know spider isn't for sale.
On the door. Yeah, it doesn't work. Just so you guys know, you can't put mines on the door. They don't
Not yet, but I'd be careful.
They don't actually, they'll just blow up basically, or they'll just go MIA. Wow. Is she gonna try to get a pick, or is she? Good try. Usually what I like to do in that scenario, just so you guys know, is I try to get there as early as possible so I can set two different groups of mines up. I'll set basically say one to the left, one to the right, and on the one on the right, just for example, I'll put the web over, and the one on the left I won't. So that way they think they're gonna avoid the one you know, that they can see, that's, well, not see, but the one that they can see the web for. And so they go to the left, and hopefully it's a good enough spot where they don't see the little light going around, and they'll just walk right into it. And I get double and triple kills all the time. It works so well. Because immediately all you see is the yellow web on the floor, and they go for that. All right, so I think this is the Penny's last death. So it looks like just here on out, they just go on a crazy kill streak. Do they make any changes? No change. Oh, they got a Loki now. They got a Loki and a rocket. Okay. Good point, just for anyone right there. So while that Penny was trying to defend, obviously put the bionic spider nest down, so that way she could get some extra shields, some extra health or whatever, and extra damage if they ended up pushing her on that point. But her whole team got cooked, so she had a dip. And then obviously right there, she's, you know, putting down the spider nest next to a bunch of other mines, and that's going to be hidden within the bionic spider nest. So if someone tries to walk up and blow that up, they're also going to walk into, you know, 4 mines that are down, and she'll probably get a pick with that. Wow, nice. And this is another thing too, guys. If you're noticing too, he or she is just constantly throwing down mines, because why not? You can have, like, I think it's 15. You can have 15 or 16 mines on the field at the same time. So if you know that the team is going to walk up to you and they're just going to go up to the objective, you might as well just toss mines over, because you're going to get them back so quickly anyway. This is a good point here, getting rid of the bridge so they don't really get dove on from up top. Uh-oh. Wow, they got rid of the Iron Fist quick enough. That was great. Nice. Use her ult to save and also kind of destroy that push. Looks like the other team switched off the Spider-Man and switched back to the Iron Fist and Punisher combo with Thor. Been seeing a lot more Thor lately after the buff. Nice. I don't know if you guys could tell, but right there, a lot of her mines just did some decent damage on Venom.
I am ready to put on a show.
All right, let's see how they do with this Luna push. Yeah, the more you can tuck away her spider nest, just so I know we can get to it in that little like corner right there, the better off you are, especially if you got it with all those mines like she has on it. I think she has like 8 or 9 mines there right now, just all around it. Oh, Venom got it though. And right away, she goes to save her mines as much as she can in that corner. I'm assuming she's going to try to put more mines back there in a second. Or, well, the nest back there in a second, I should say. Yep. Right back in the same spot. So I was hoping we were going to see this Penny play a little bit more aggressively, but it looks like she is chilling a little bit back more in her spawn with her healers. But I guess she doesn't really need to, because they're playing against the dive comp right now, so it's probably better that she sits back here anyway. But let me know in the future, guys, if you want to see a more like aggressive like Penny spectating video too, because maybe we'll do a different one for that. Wow. See, dude, Iron Fist is too strong, bro. The fact that he just lived through that is crazy. He shouldn't be able to live through that. Nice. She just did a bunch of damage with that. Got the Iron Fist and the Luna out. Now the Venom. Damn, I don't know if they get past this. Yeah, so that's probably the one main thing I've noticed is this Penny does prioritize throwing her mines down a little bit more than I normally do when I play. And I'm definitely noticing it making a difference. Yeah, see, like right there, I wouldn't have thought to throw that down right in front of my foot. I probably would have thrown that down in front of the point. But I guess at the end of the day, they're just trying to make sure that they don't go past them. So I guess if she has more stuff saved up, it might be like a Hail Mary save if they ended up walking into that. All right, so the Luna ult again. I'm surprised they're not really changing their comp that much. Oh, another great pull. Yeah, see, like I'm surprised right there when she's playing against the Thor that she's not throwing mines down. She's saving her mines. I wouldn't say I throw mines constantly when I'm in a fight, but I do use them at the floor, because if you throw them at the floor and they blow up for 100, you know, even if you get one off and then you just hit a couple shots otherwise and get a stun in there, you get a pretty fast kill too. Wow. So they ended up holding it off. All right, let's go to the next gameplay. And for the second gameplay, guys, these are the bans, just so you know. So Hickory's team, they banned Sue and Psylocke, interesting. And then the other team banned Loki and Hela. Seems like Hela's a very, very popular ban this season again. Now this game, just so you guys know, Hickory does die a little bit more because he is playing a little bit more aggressive, it looks like. So I'm curious exactly how their team's going to run it. And she does, or he or she does, switch to Luna for like one corner and then switches back. He like dies twice right away. And I guess they just switch off a healer again and he goes back to playing Penny. So we'll just skip over that part just so you guys know. But I wanted to show kind of like an aggressive Penny playing, just so you guys can see a little bit of a different type of gameplay here. Because this is kind of how I like to play Penny, more aggressive, and kind of play on the front line as opposed to kind of the last game we watched. Give you guys kind of the duality of how you can use her. Now again, great spot to put the bionic nest out of the way, but unfortunately they have a human torch, so the human torch kind of just, you know, ripped out real quick. There's a good example there of just being aggressive with Penny, using her web to go up and just take space like that, finish off the kills that she had. Taking it space up here is interesting. I'll do this with other characters, but I don't usually do this with Penny. Right here, I usually go to the further, like, right, not even the right side, but I'll usually put, I'll usually take that right corner over there, and then where she is right now throwing her mines, I usually put my nest down to the side. All right, going after the torch. Do they have anything to counter the torch? No, not at all. I mean, I guess technically Iron Fist, but they have an Emma, they have a Iron Fist, and they have a BP. Good pick right there. That's the importance of just throwing down the web mines. Another good pick. Taking the space there to separate, get the pick on the Emma. Great job. Surprised that the Human Torch on their team is not doing that great. Human Torch is a really good character now after they fixed them.
Time for some fireworks.
Supernova!
All right. Good mine pick. They're focusing up the Human Torch. It gets ripped. I'm surprised. He should have waited for oh, they don't have Invisible Woman. I would have said use that ult with an Invisible Woman, throws the shield up so he can get protected for a second. It's like their Jeff is kind of committed to backlining. The Rocket has the revive thing right there. I'm telling you guys, Rocket is so important in this season. I believe he has like almost a 10% higher win rate than the other healers. So I don't want to be that guy, but if you're not using Rocket, you're definitely at a little bit of a disadvantage, it seems like now. Looks like that Human Torch is kind of doing that bob and weave tech that you can do to reduce your hitbox or get rid of your hitbox for your headshots or something like that. I forgot exactly what it does, but there's like a bob and weave you can do with Human Torch to kind of have less of a hitbox. All right, looks like this is gonna be a death here. Oh, good catch. Nice. That's a pick on the Bucky there. Takes space, goes after the torch. Probably too much space. Uses the ult to save her life though. I'm surprised though. I was expecting to see more teamed up ults with Penny. Now I'm not saying I'm the only one that does this, but usually what I like to do with Penny's ult is I'll do it like in almost a scenario like right now where we have one ult up and we have the ability to kind of push the team back. Unfortunately, they did just get the ult with Human Torch, but I'll usually like to use Penny's ult while we have, like, say, a Groot ult or I don't know, anything like that, and kind of spread their team out more and push them back. Yeah, obviously you want to put the bionic nest down so that way you can connect all your previous mines to it. But I usually like to kind of just run through their team and push everybody back and spread everybody apart a little bit, so our team could just pick the closest person off. And then usually the healers just jump all the way back to the back line, and if I have someone that can dive, or a flank player like Psylocke or Magic or something like that, we'll usually get a couple of picks and get a pretty far push out of an ult. But this Penny's using their ult more to save if they die. I'm curious if those mines actually are going to blow up. Oh, they did. Okay. I wasn't sure if you threw them directly on the red. Another Jeff ult. Another little silly point, but there's no reason to stop firing with Penny. As long as you guys are committed to getting a pick with her, you're not just like ult charging the enemy team, you might as well. Just because you never know, especially now that she can do critical damage like that. Wow, they are just ripping this team right now. I'm surprised they haven't won already. Wow, she's getting healed pretty good. Nice. Rocket's dead. Just a ton of mines at the front door. Yeah, they're cooked. I don't know if they're even gonna try. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could actually kill. Like, I know if they were like 1 health and they went into the door and they start getting healed, you know you could probably kill them, but I didn't know that he could be in there that long and not get that much health back. That was wild. All right, so just to show you guys, he starts off this round as Luna, but it looks like their healers switch back because I guess they get walked back pretty quickly here. I'm gonna skip around a little bit just so that way it's not so boring, since you guys obviously want to watch, you know, the #1 Penny player. But he is playing Luna here, and they do get walked back pretty fast. So I just want to show this part here, because so basically he walked out as Luna just before what I was showing you guys and got ripped by Human Torch, and then again just walks out and gets ripped again, and now they're making a healer switch and he goes back to playing Penny. So he died twice super quick as Luna, and then their team were like, all right, we got to switch back to you running Penny, and then the other healer going back to what they were playing before. Uh-oh. Honestly, I forget that you can go off the map here. All right, so it looks like they got pushed pretty far back here. He's kind of trying to race to catch up to the team and get a block. But this is where Human Torch is so good. They're probably gonna get ripped a bunch trying to hold this choke point. Oh, they got the Emma ult too. Oh, they shot that out really quickly. Yeah, he's probably dead here. All right, I don't think they get too much further. I guess they make a stop here. Oh, Luna ult. Maybe they don't get a stop here. Rocket ripping. Wow, died again. See, this is the one thing that I find frustrating with Penny 2 sometimes is I'll try to run and like point save, and if we're just not together, it's frustrating because there's nothing you can really do about it. You're just hoping to get picks and hoping to stay alive because she just has such good survivability. But if you're alone, it's a done deal, man. That's where I was expecting to see the ult, but I didn't, because right there I would have used the ult before trying to point save, but they ended up getting it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, wow, they switched to a Spider-Man. Oh yeah, I saw that before actually. What am I saying? Again, throwing the mines down, creating a trap. Honestly, I thought the Emma Frost was gonna take more damage there. She didn't really take that much damage. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that there. I'll tell you why, because they had the spider nest, but he didn't put it back down, where he could have used it with the ult. Wow, Luna's standing up top, getting heals down like that. That's pretty smart. Nice, good web. Stop the Jeff. Again, taking a good opportunity to get mines covered. All right, let's see how she sets up here. Damn, Human Torch really is a problem now. Good pick. Hey, that Bucky must be so pissed. That Bucky's died so many times to her mines. That Bucky's honestly just kind of throwing. Oh, she's dying here. Did she not die here? Wow, that rocket saved her so good. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. That poor Bucky. That Bucky is getting demolished, man. They really need like a Groot or something. Oh, did they ban Groot? I think they might have banned Groot. Never mind. No, they didn't, did they? If they didn't ban Groot, I'm surprised. Oh, yep, they didn't ban Groot. Yeah, that's a good switch. That's what I would have thought to do there too. And they have a Star-Lord now. Yeah, Star-Lord's pretty annoying. That's a good switch too. Wow. That's a lot of mines in one spot. Here's the Groot. Somebody's running into those mines. Oh, yo, that was so sick. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the invis. Was it the invis? Was it not invis? Wait. Was that Emma Frost? Hold on. Was that Emma Frost that did that? All right, hold on. I gotta watch this again. That was wild. Was that the Emma Frost? Oh my god, it was. Look at the Emma Frost kick into the Penny's mines for the kill, bro. That's so smart. That's high elo play right there. I don't know if they set that up. I'm sure they probably did, but that was great. That's a really great way to combo them too, actually. But usually if I have Emma Frost on my team, I'll usually run Psylocke, because Psylocke's one of my best characters. So I guess I just don't run Penny with an Emma Frost too often. Again, using the ult to save there. That makes sense just because it's the final few seconds. But I am surprised about how she's using the ult. But I guess their team's doing so well, so it really doesn't matter. I'm just trying to point out things, you know, that might be a little bit different that I know or that I would think to do than somebody else, just for more, you know, more input for you guys. That's all. Okay, I mean, good try. They held it down pretty long, but they finally got an overtime. Yeah, I was surprised they didn't do a Groot switch earlier then. And a Star-Lord too. Star-Lord's demonic. Okay, so now their Spider-Man switched to BP, which I'm kind of curious as to why. I wish I could like, I guess I could technically look at the BP stats and see what he's at. Let's see. Where's BP at? He's 18 and 11. I mean, yeah, I guess compared to the Iron Fist, he's not doing as well. Oh, you know what? I guess too, Star-Lord's probably a little bit more annoying as Spidey, I guess. Damn, Jeff really is a pain. Yeah, they're split pretty bad here. Did they end up losing this round? I'm pretty sure Hickory's MVP. Like, so they had to have won, right? Wow, so they end up winning this then. They're stuck pretty bad in their spawn. Wow. That was a game-saving ult right there. Because if Penny went down, they probably would have lost this. Wow, that was good awareness too, getting rid of that rocket revive. Nice, good picks. Now they can focus. Oh my god, dude, they just melted that Groot. They absolutely melted that Groot. They made a switch to to Hawkeye. Oh, their BP switched to Hawkeye, I guess, for Star-Lord. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, so you guys can check out more of the spectating videos. I also have more character guides on here as well. Hopefully see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.